Okay, so welcome back. So we already did the chick water. We did the chick feeder, right? So this one is a bonus for y'all guys. And if you don't know anything about the importance of water, you should know that every time, like we just had the eclipse yesterday, and it was a big thing, and they were talking about you should make sure you have enough food, make sure you have enough water. So basically your body can only maintain itself without water for like 3 days, right? So clean water is very important. I showed you guys in the video, outside my house, there's like a little trench that goes the whole block, I'm assuming. And it goes all the way down behind everybody's houses. If there's too much water, what'll happen is the water will go inside that trench and it'll go down, and there's a lake all the way down at the end of the street. I've never been down there. Only certain houses in our development have access to it. I don't have access to it. I think maybe my neighbor can get to it, which is good, because me and him and I have a really good relationship. So if I needed to go there for water, I could. The thing is, the water that is in that lake is not drinkable. It hasn't been treated. I'm sure it probably has the algae from the trees in it. It's probably got all kinds of bacteria, all kinds of stuff is probably going on with it. And it drains on somewhere else, because there's a lot of lakes around here, just like there are a lot of underground lakes in Philadelphia, or underground streams in Philadelphia. So if you ever just like really just had to find some water and there were no water in the pipes, all you really got to do is find a way to dig underground, and you can find streams. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of streams in Philadelphia under the water. So anyway, I've been doing this thing a long time in terms of just being ready and prepared for things. And I don't want to make this video long, but I wanted to show you guys real quick my other system that I had. So it's real simple. Filter inside a bucket. It's 2 buckets, right? So you basically pour your water in here. It goes through the filter and ends up into this bucket. And then you have a faucet. This is old, and when I moved from Philly to Georgia, it must have got crushed, because it has a big split here. There's a big split on the inside. So this would not work for me to keep, to be able to purify water. So I'm gonna redo it. I'm also gonna use that filter for a different one. But just real quick, like, this is based off a model of filters called Berkeley filters. The Berkeley system, it comes in a metal casing. It has filters in it. It normally has 4 filters in it. And this thing could run you, a couple of $100, right? I don't have a couple of $100 just to kind of like have sitting on the side. So I bought extra buckets. You can get these from almost anywhere. The first one that I got, they were pickle buckets that I got from one of the hoagie stores in Philly. They were selling them for $3. So I went, I got 10 of them. So if you get them, get 10 of them, because there's so many uses. I'm also going to use these buckets to grow potatoes in. So they're not going to go to waste. So the filter system in the Berkeley, they use 4 of these filters inside of it. And I would think that to use 4 of them, the water's probably got to be pretty filthy, right? These are replacement cartridges for Berkeley filters. I think we can get away with having 2, right? Inside a bucket. If the water was that bad when I looked at it, let's say something got through that I wasn't sure about, I would use 2 buckets, depending on where my water source is coming from. If it's coming from that lake, I might run it through both systems just to make sure I caught everything, right? But if it's just like I came across some water, it might be that I'm not really sure about, or I could look and I could see it's a stream, for instance, that the water's flowing. not really sure what's coming from upstream, right, in terms of where the water came from. But if it's a flowing stream, I would use this filter with 2. Now, I bought 4 of these filters for $60. These are replacement filters for the Berkeleys. And I watched a lot of videos, a lot of people tested these filters. You can find them right on Amazon. So I got a 4-pack for $60. That's $15 a filter. So for $30 for the filter, all right? And then these buckets I ordered offline, I actually paid like $5 for, right? So that's $20. And that's all you need. Oh, the faucet. The faucets I bought, where my faucets at? Anyway, I gotta find the faucets. But, oh, here they are. I bought a pack of 4 faucets, and I believe these are 3/4 inch external thread faucets. Can't remember when I find out how much I paid for them. I know it was cheap. You know, I bought them off Amazon or something like that. They were real cheap. You know, on Amazon they come in a day. So what I would suggest, you know, take an hour and make yourself 1 or 2 of these things, so that just in case, it's just in case, right? Better to have and not need than to need and not have. And I'll also show you this other container that I have, that if you have some notice, something comes on the news and they say the power's going out, there's still water in the system. This is just a big, basic plastic bubble that holds, I believe, 100 gallons of water that you can put in your tub. Just fill it up, and you make sure you cover it. All right. So just staying by, I'm gonna unwrap all this stuff, get my drill and everything together and set up, so that I'll show you how to do it. It should only take you 15-20 minutes to knock this out. All right. Okay, so here we go. I think I have everything that we need. So we're gonna put 2 holes for the filters here. All right. One on this side and one on this side. That doesn't look big enough. So that's not big enough. So another thing to consider is when you do your when you get your filters, run some hot water through them, because they are basically carbon based, I believe they are. So you want to get that charcoal, that's what it is. You want to get that charcoal off of it. Not off of it, but you know, the residue of, you don't want your first water to come out black. Might have to go to the garage. Okay. So basically, this is going to be gravity working in our favor. So you just fill the container up with water. The filter goes, the water goes through the filter and then comes out here. All right. Has a washer to it. So this is your top part of your filtration system. Now, if you want, I'll make you one to sell you one. you can really just do it yourself with very few tools. All you need is drill bits, and the parts. And again, the bucket cost me $5-6. I believe those faucets on the next part, they cost like $1 a piece, maybe 50 cents. I have to look on my Amazon account to see how much I paid. And I'll put it in the comments. But alright. And then if you ran into a problem where something is leaking, all you really have to do is take it apart and put it back together again. See, it's got burrs. Just cut that off, easy peasy. Make sure you use your washers. That's going to prevent the water from seeping out the sides on you. I'm telling you, clean water is like the first thing you gotta, if what they say, the S hits the fan, the first thing you better think about is water. And in most cases, like if you're in that urban environment, I hate to say it, but your main goal in the beginning is just to outlast everybody else. All right. Okay, so that's ready. Let me check on something real quick and I'll be right back. So this is the backtrack real quick. I missed the part. So you need to mark on the lid of the second one. So that you can make this connection straight through. All right. Because you want your filter to go also through the lid of container number 2. See, I'm using a cutting board here, trying to keep the damage down on my kitchen sink, kitchen counter. Here. And we're going to put these filters back in. I could actually put this. Let's put a little depth. Start on both, make sure our holes are straight. You could actually not put it on the lid. The only thing is when it goes into the other one, it's going to give you very little water at a time. Doing it this way, you can fill the top 5 gallons up and have 5 gallons at the bottom. Then once that's done, you continuously add, right? Because the issue that you're going to run into is that this is a slow process. Like I said, using gravity. It's going to take a while. There we go. using gravity is going to take a while. It's not like a 5-minute process. It may take a few hours to get enough water to the point that you can actually get it to come out the faucet. And that's a good thing, because you want these filters to get as much contaminants as you can. You don't want to be playing around with drinking water. You have bad drinking water, you will get sick and you could possibly die. So don't shortcut yourself on clean water. You could run that water through the top, take this part off, rinse this out because it may get good yucky. Rinse it out and run it through again. All right. Washer. Nut. I haven't done this in a long time, so it's taking a little bit longer than the first time. Knocked it out pretty fast. But, you know, now, if somebody needs me to make them one, I'll take it 5 minutes. Because I remember, it's been a while. So all this stuff, these washers are nice and thick. These not no cheap washers. Bam. So there you go. All right. And there's your bottom. This is right on top of our second container. Oh, make sure when you buy these containers, they're food grade containers. Don't just get any kind of container. Right? So now we got water coming in here, it drips down and it goes in here. How are we gonna get it out? Bam! Faucet. Alright? Real simple, basic faucet. Nothing special. These are 3/4 inch. I could not find my 3/4 inch short bit. But I found this that I used to put holes in the wall going through beams. So I'm thinking, I don't know, 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Let me check my other one real quick. Two and a half inches on center. Pretty good guess. So let's put it away from the handles. Come with 2 washers and a nut. So one washer goes on the outside. One washer goes on the outside. Washer and nut go on the inside. suggest that, you know, as you move around, like when I moved from Philly, be careful with your stuff. I had a bunch of kids helping me load stuff. You know, although they're helpful, they don't care. So boom, there you go. And there you have it. That's a complete imitation Berkeley filtration system. You fill your water in the top. It goes through the double filters over time. Could take a few hours maybe. All right. And then it comes down here. And this is where you're going to get your fresh drinking water. All right. So, I don't know. We'll see how long it took me on video. But, you know, half an hour maybe of, you know, getting all your parts together and putting it all together. Probably half an hour or so. It takes you an hour. It's an hour of your time that could potentially save your life one day. So what's an hour of your time, right? 2 buckets, that's $10. 2 filters, which is another $30, so that's $40. And then a $2, let's say if it spent you $45, right? To get you 5 gallons of water, and this thing will last you a couple of thousand gallons of water cleaning, right? When you look in there, see it look yucky, it can't get clean. Looking at your water, it doesn't look right, it doesn't taste right. You gotta find another way. But this is like a temporary thing to get you over. What you could do is get more filters. Instead of buying just enough, why not, you know, once a year, buy another pack of 4 filters for $60, all right? Stack them up. Which I think I'm gonna order another pack just to hold on to, all right? I'm gonna order another 4 just to have them, right? Just in case they run out of stock or you can't get them or the shit hits the fan, you need to be ready, all right? I may make another container, another purifier. I don't know, but all the parts, you need to have the parts, you need to have the ability to make it happen. And if you can't make it happen, you're putting your family at risk. So, do the best you can, all right? Stay ready, stay prepared, and stay prayed up. Y'all take care now.